in life, it's you versus you. So make sure you win. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Samantha. So what's going on today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Well, a little bit of sideways action. Altcoins are pulling back a bit. We've seen that nice pump yesterday, getting us out of that $8,000 range up into the $8,577 is what it was a moment ago when I looked at it. Where are we going to go? Of course, the volume usually drops off over the weekend. So are we going to see these prices sliding backwards? Are we going to be seeing 16,000 by the end of October? Are we going to be seeing 19,000 by December? Are we going to be seeing a new price, an all-time high before the halving? Or are we going to be starting into some sort of a bear market where the market just slides down and the price isn't recognized until the new year and after the halving? I doubt that case scenario, but hey, you never know. A lot of people don't realize something good until it bites them in the... We got our co-host Sammy over here. How are you?
Good evening, everyone.
So how was work today, Samantha?
It was the same as all days.
Same old, working the grind.
Yep.
Making those dollar bills.
Yep.
Keeping the faith for Bitcoin.
Yes.
So what do you think about the future right now? Are you optimistic? Do you think that things can change? Or are you thinking that things are just going to be the way they are and you have to, bite the bullet sometimes?
Everything always changes.
Everything changes. That's right. I think I've heard a smart person say that once. They said that everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and the best thing you can do is stretch out the middle. Oh, wait, that was me. I love you, Samantha. I'm just messing around, trying to see if we can't get a few people to go ahead and join us in the chat, as we always do. We like to conversate here around Bitcoin because that's how we spread awareness, right? We're a not-for-profit organization around here, Bitcoin and Coffee. We like to get out there and we offer a free help desk via the email that's listed down below. We also have a Proton email if you want to keep things a little private. We also get out there and we pass out Bitcoin flyers at electric music festivals. That is fantastic. We think it's a great opportunity in order to put this decentralized currency that's fighting a revolution to change the world of finance into these millennials, right? Because they are the next generation. They are going to lead the world. And all we have to do is turn them on to this, because Bitcoin sells itself once you take the time to go ahead and get an education and start realizing that not only is the future digital, but the future needs to be taken out of the hands of these politicians and these governments. And who really knows who's pulling the strings in the backgrounds? These Federal Reserves. We need a decentralized solution. We need something that's accountable and auditable, right? We had just mentioned last episode, when has the Federal Reserve been audited? When was the last audit? And here we are seeing that they want to possibly introduce more money in a form of not quantitative easing in order to help. What are they going to be doing next? Buying up stocks, buying up companies? It's a good potential. All right, Samantha, have I rambled on here enough? Do we got anybody over there in the chat, or am I doing that thing where I'm talking about this decentralized currency of the internet to empower the people? Bitcoin.
Well, we have Paul Rouleau.
Paul Rouleau, my buddy, I am glad that you're here. You make me feel a little more sane.
He says, good evening, Sammy and Eugene. Good evening, Paul. It says we have 3 people watching, so there you go. I
bet you our haters out there. I just want to know why the hate. Why the hate? Love and hate come from the same place. So thank you anyways. All right. Well, we see that the ETF is not happening. Well, expected, right? Citing market manipulation. I mean, so did Bitwise really think this was going to pass? We've seen this one daunting at us here for a while. We did see it manipulate the price for quite a while. Possibly what lingering and combined with the Tether stuff got us up to the $19,000, $20,000 high. Hindsight being 2020 and all, it's starting to look a lot more that way. We see the lawsuit pending, right? We talked about that the other episode. Of course, if you guys have thoughts about any of this stuff, comments, questions, concerns, go ahead, put them in the comments. That's why we love to do our live episodes. That's why Samantha's out here in the chat.
Why I'm here.
In order so we can address your concerns. You can call me out. You can tell me I'm crazy and I don't know anything about Bitcoin. But hey, as long as I keep hodling, I believe that I'm going to be part of the future. I believe that I'm part of the revolution. And I believe that this is the best thing I could be doing with my life, right? Fighting in the revolution, trying to make a better future. And it's really easy. All you have to do is hook up with one of these third parties like Cash App or Gemini, get a little bit of Bitcoin, put it in a hardware wallet where you hold your private keys, proof of keys coming up, right?
Yep.
And there you go. Anybody can get on the internet too and start fighting the good fight. That's like picking up the rifle.
I mean, I know no one's life changed from the rooms I cleaned. So there you go. And no one's life changes from the cars you wash. So.
Right? Rich people get to keep looking good. Sometimes I like to make the joke that we only clean the clean cars because rich people have them, they bring them in every 2 weeks. So they're always clean. Like they really don't get that dirty. It's not like my car where I clean it once a month or once every 2 months. Everything's all fast food and crap like that piled up from the few times we did go, and shoes and shirts. And
there's no fast food, people.
Well, there was this time from the trip. I just cleaned all that out.
And shirts and sand.
And sand, the sand.
Oh, and random tools for everything else that has happened in the course of that month. Nope, no one's in the chat.
No one's in the chat. All right. Well, we got
Keep
U.S.
going.
guidelines for taxations on forks coming out. This is pretty much the first taxation rules and regulation laws that we've seen in about 5 years. And of course, the USA being the way they are and their red tape, no real answers, right? This is saying pretty much that you have to pay tax on cryptocurrency forks at the time that you receive them based on market price. Well, I never collected Bitcoin Super, but I mean, did I have to pay tax on that then? Right. And then when I sell more crypto in order to pay this tax, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, you can go to some websites that I used to have in the tools down below, but now you'll have to hit me up at the email or any of the direct messaging from the social medias that I blast to, also linked to down below. There's a lot of forks off Bitcoin. I mean, you might just have to give up your whole Bitcoin in tax just to cover all of the forks that you may or may not have received.
Just sounds stupid.
Then some countries are being a little lenient. You know, they're saying under $700, under $1,000, under $5,000. You know, don't worry about paying taxes. Don't worry about claiming it. That's just, you know, we're not going to nitpick, right? U.S. says that there's no limit. Every Satoshi. You spend a Satoshi on Lightning Network to draw funny faces, you better write it down. You better tell the government about it. You better pay your taxes.
Yep.
Yep. 10,000 Satoshis costing you $1. You better pay your 6 cents.
Stupid. I don't have a lot of words. It's just stupid.
That's usually the number one word that comes to mind when you think about the U.S. government, especially when it comes to the bureaucrats and the red tape, especially the post office, the DMV, things like that, where the average, everyday, hardworking man interacts with bureaucracy. Clerk of courts, I mean...
Oh, no. DMV. Has anybody been to the DMV lately? Stupid. I hate that they do the A, B, C, D, E, and then the numbers. Like, you're all like, no. And yes, I got it that it's different categories. I don't care. I want them all to be whatever one I am. Which
first
is
come,
like,
first serve.
Which
just
is
because...
like C or whatever, you know. The registration tags, title, that one. Oh. All right, Andy Anderson is here. He says,
Andy Anderson, nice, my friend. I'm glad that you're here and could join us. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, you guys. Maybe YouTube will catch on here and let them know that, hey, we're spreading the good word of Bitcoin out here, and they'll share us in the side column on some other videos. Because, hey, we've seen the number was shrinking around here. I don't know if it's just YouTube eliminating bots and older YouTube channels that aren't really real, but we lost 10 subscribers over that little vacation there.
He says, hi. I thought we got divorced there for a second.
No, never, my friend. Never.
No.
I told you guys, how long did we say that we were going to a con and we didn't know what was going to be happening? We did upload the one video.
Yeah.
And we did, if you were following us on Facebook, because I know Paul Rouleau is. Paul Rouleau is following us on Facebook. We let everybody know when we got there safe. And I mean, you could have communicated, and I was messaging, and I posted a few pictures of the events and stuff.
Yep.
It's just, how far are you willing to go to keep in touch?
You have to try harder, Andy. That's what he's saying. Like a true marriage. Someone's not pulling their weight.
I want flowers with my candy, please.
Oh my God. Shut up. Oh, you got it, but it's the wrong color. Thanks.
So, as we're being silly, let's go ahead and continue with the silliness and talk about the correlation of the Bitcoin price with the avocado markets. I actually seen the chart, and when you do overlay them, they do kind of line up. They have the same baselines, they have the same pump, and recently, if you look at the markets, you're looking at the price of avocados took a dip lower, quite a bit lower than what we're seeing here with the Bitcoin market. Using this as an indicator would make you think that the price of Bitcoin could be going lower. I mean, I don't think that this is probably the best metrics, but the ideal of it being related to millennials with money and their spending habits, right? Who is capable of buying Bitcoin and who is interested in it? I mean, when we're looking at 1.5% of the world being interested in Bitcoin, well, then let's start looking at the United States, because we know that the United States is a majority of the Bitcoin buyers at the moment, and it is a millennial aspect. So I do see where you could find the correlation, but I don't think I would use it to help judge me in my price predictions, or especially any 100x leverage trading over at Bybit.
James Benhart says Fed did 236 billion in repos. Was stated today. Won't be long before banks are gone. And Andy Anderson says, sorry, no Facebook. I remember you saying he has not had a Facebook for a very long time.
I didn't post that much to Twitter because we were using your phone, because yours was working a little better than mine.
Oh, dude, if our relationship had to go with Facebook, I would have no idea where you were or who you are. Nothing. 20 years down the drain. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll text me. Josh says, just got here. Avocados?
Josh, nice. Yeah, apparently when you take the price of avocados and you take the price of Bitcoin and you overlay it, they kind of look alike. And then they talk about how millennials with money and their spending habits could be leading into...
See, but this is how I hate technical analysis. Like, you could take almost anything, okay? Like, anything. Like, Trapper Keepers. I mean, Hello Kitty merchandise. Like, anything. Slap a chart up there and wiggle it around just a little and it almost matches.
Right. Well, it's just that I kind of see what they're saying, because, you know, you start looking at people
and millennials want Bitcoin.
Well, you just start thinking about people and you think, all right, well, the 40-something-year-old guy, right, with the teenage children and the wife, he has a little bit of extra income. Well, what's he doing with it? He's probably trying to save for vacation. He's probably trying to save for a boat.
Some stuff, okay?
Right. He's probably not buying Bitcoin with it.
Probably not unless she wants Bitcoin. Maybe.
So who has this extra income and is going to be buying Bitcoin? Extremists,
are you trying to say,
right? Libertarians,
doesn't buy
millennials, cypherpunks, people that want to operate on the dark web.
I'm going with, is it really that much of a demand for avocados? Like, is every millennial like 10 avocados deep? Because that's what I'm wondering. Because in the same aspect, that means the man with the family buys no avocados.
Buys no avocados ever. That man has no avocado.
He's like, I don't care about avocados.
There's no avocado on his toast in the morning. Well, you know I like avocados, so, but I liked avocados before they were trendy.
I know that most of the people that I see with avocados are Latin in ethnicity.
Oh man, an avocado sandwich is the best.
Not per se age-wise, but I mean, who knows? Apparently, you slap these charts up and they look real like close. I don't know. And Andy Anderson says that he's been slacking. Oh, well, we have too, apparently. I mean, yeah.
Hey, we're trying. We're getting back at it. I know we didn't make it out here yesterday. By the time we got home and everything, it was dark once again. The sun, we are now fighting the sunset as we head towards the clocks turning back. Let me tell you, it is always an uphill battle here at Bitcoin and Coffee to continue to spread the awareness. But you know what? We will reach the top of that mountain one of these days. Bitcoin will be $1 million. The world will wake up to everything that's happening, right? Someday the math will equate, everybody will end up broke, and us here with Bitcoin, we will realize that we've been hodling.
Hodling.
Ooh,
hodling.
For a reason. Let's see, what do we got? I do have a little bit more here. I got that backed, right? We had been slightly disappointed with the amount of, contracts and Bitcoins that we're going through there. Yesterday, finally a kickoff, 224 Bitcoins worth. Can they keep it up? Right. That's the next question is can we get some momentum going there? We had just seen a day before, I think the volume was 25 Bitcoins, which was the lowest. I don't know, with being Bitcoin settled, it does come back to, a bull market is usually where you're going to want to use this because you're going to want to actually be holding the Bitcoin at the end of all of this. But we know that BitMEX is manipulating the market. We got a while till the end of the month now, so let's stave those off for a little bit. Right now, I guess our next concerns are the weekend, the volume dropping down. We didn't make any action today, so 8,500. It's a good place to be. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Sliding back over the weekend, possibly with the price a bit. Upwards and onwards, though, always, in my opinion. Take these chances to accumulate if you have the extra currency. Not that I'm giving financial advice, but I'd rather have more Bitcoin than less Bitcoin.
Josh says, bad weather affects avocado price more than demand, I bet. Yum, though. You gotta love avocados, man. Come on now. But yes, I find it funny.
Florida avocados are better though. See, everybody always gets the I don't know. Are they Mexican? Or I don't know. They're the wrinkly ones that are darker in color.
Are they Mexican avocados? Do they come from Mexico?
I didn't mean it like.
Actually, I think those do. I know they have a from somewhere else stamp. That's why also we can't use those seeds because I've tried to grow avocados from the pit, the one seed.
Yeah, but that takes crazy amounts of time.
No, but those ones don't work because they are from another country where they get irradiated before they even come in here. I do know that. The bumpy ones, the normal ones that you're talking about, do get nucleized before they get here. So no growing those ones. The Florida ones are weird. They're like twice the size and smooth and a funky color. I just find it funny that it's like, oh, and then I think, I don't know. I have met quite a lot of younger people, and nobody is like, I want avocado. Like, I have to have it. I need it. No. If it's really that kind of a demand, like, where are all my avocado lovers? All right. Andy Anderson says, I'm retiring in about a year. Bitcoin is my cherry on top. Oh, way to go, Andy.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad for you, my friend. Enjoy it. Start making plans of what you're going to do with your time. Right?
Come on. Paint a happy little tree.
Bob Ross.
James Benhart says the tax law today stated what? You are taxed differently if you hodl versus in every day.
Yes, I guess, I
don't know.
Literally, if you broke out every fork, and if for some reason it does mean that the minute of fork development, not if you claimed it, because see, there's still some discrepancy on that, on whether it's not if you actually claim it, or if they're just going to be like, hey, well, if you didn't claim it, that's on you. Or we can't tell if you claimed it or not, so we assume that you did. And then is it from the time that you say that you did, or is it from the time that it hit the market? Because you can see that a lot of cryptocurrencies, I mean, when the fork occurred, the highest price it's ever been. Bitcoin Cash, like $400 and something. Or I mean, Bitcoin Gold, I think we seen was $400 and something. And now it's like $8. So, let alone, I mean, what was the other one that kept forking? Was it Ant shares that turned into Neo that they took something else out of, or was it the Komodo? Like, I just remember it was like fork after fork, or was it Zcash that forked?
Oh God,
Z Classic that had the Komodo
all
that
of
had
those
the
had forks upon forks. Which one had the most forks?
I mean,
which one was it? I don't remember, but yes. I mean, it's getting to the point of ridiculousness. That is literally like saying when you buy a scratch off and you win $1, that when you're turning that bad boy back in, they're giving you $1 and going, and 7 cents, please. Like, no matter what, really. That means that the drawer that you have of all the $1 and $2 scratchers, you're in debt to the government, like God knows how much. Because this isn't even cashed out and moved around and made to moneyness. It's just, did it fork? Did you get some? Well, we want ours.
See, I think it's that we're just upset about it, actually, because from their perspective, they're just doing what they always do. They tax everything, and they tax it on the way in, they tax it on the way out, and they tax it if it hangs out in the middle too long, too, right? I mean, we all know that our pay is taxed, right? When we get it, we pay tax at the store, we pay tax at the end of the year on the overall situation.
Crypto sin tax, that would suck.
So it's just that we're not used to them being able to, or saying that they want to tax our crypto so much. But in all aspects, this is what the future is going to be, is they're going to want to tax us. They're going to want to know what everything is going on. And we're just going to have to go out of our way to keep our own privacy, right? When it comes to these cryptocurrencies and when it comes to Bitcoin, it may be that they make it almost impossible to keep it private, but privacy is still going to continue. And it's going to be up to us to do our due diligence to make sure that we keep Bitcoin that is, been laundered and mixed and then kept in an offline wallet and put in situations where we're not exposing our identity or our IP address.
Josh says that he lived in Florida one winter. Good avocados. And then there's more, but he says typos, my bad. So we're not going to go with that one. I don't know. Either his mom's a farmer or he is. Who knows? Aren't all of you farmers technically? I mean, you help in the... Yeah, okay. Josh says IRS sucks. So badly run. I get why it exists, but damn.
I don't have any Bitcoin. I mean, I'm just here to spread awareness. I lost it in a Lightning Network accident.
Oh man!
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, pull that one dude. Remember the one that was
the
like,
fluffy pony? I lost it in a boating
none.
accident. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It blew up and caught on fire. Everything was in there.
You mean you saw all these addresses that went to a mixer? Somebody must have found my hardware wallet. I wrote the password on the back.
Bump. Who knows? They might actually believe that.
Plausible deniability. Eugene doesn't look that smart, but you know what?
It seems like he's telling the truth because, I mean, look at him.
Look at that guy.
Well, that's what I go with all the time. I look dumb. It works well.
So is that about it, Samantha? Should we start wrapping it up here?
We're ending it on Josh unless somebody else talks.
All right, you guys, I really appreciate you coming out here and hanging out with us this evening as we continue to spread Bitcoin awareness. Remember, the best thing you can do to spread Bitcoin awareness is talk about Bitcoin, right? Talking about it spreads awareness because it not only does it hit people's ear, it gets people asking questions, it gets people wanting to think and understand that there is a decentralized currency, that the internet does have its own form of money, right? That's how I've been describing it lately. It seems to work wonderfully. I say, hey, Mexicans have their peso, Americans have their dollar, Europeans have their pound and their euro. The internet has Bitcoin. And just like everything else, up and down in value, right? But the real power lies in its decentralization, its peer-to-peer transaction, its ability to be censorship resistant. But you guys know we can go on and on about this. All right, I got email listed down below if you guys want to hit me up. I also got some other social media platforms that I'm posting to if you guys want to keep in touch, if you want to buy me those flowers.
Make sure they're the right color, people. James Benhart says Hong Kong ATMs withdraw, I heard, was $1,300 a day. Now it's $35.
Yeah. Run on the banks. I mean, that is definitely a great way to show protest, like to protest, society, government, the banking industry, run on the banks. There's definitely not enough cash on hand.
I mean, it's their version of the proof of keys. It's like, I don't believe you. Yes. Give me my money. Oh, not everybody gets their money. He said that India's banks took 2 of the largest bills out of circulation in a short time, and some people didn't even get to redeem the bills at the bank.
Yep.
Oh, I would
war
be
on
that
cash.
irate person with the 220s going, what do you mean you can't give me 5s? Ooh.
You got to remember that with time, like you said, Samantha, nothing stays the same. Everything changes. And originally putting serial numbers on dollar bills, that was great. The government had a great way to keep track of money. Well, now that we're here in a digital age, they want to do away with cash because cash is where we can still have some anonymity. And in a digital sense, every cent is equated for, right? And then it's a lot harder to say how much is really there when they're all just numbers on everyone's phones in an app.
Yeah, but it's the same. I mean, yes, but it's the same. Your account could be frozen anytime. I mean, they could subtract money just like, we've had things just come out of our bank accounts and them go, oh, no, we're not giving it back to you. Well, that was a fee.
But that goes back to the fundamental problem with the difference between cryptocurrency and the regular financial market is that the regular financial market is a pull. They reach into your bank account and they pull out the money they want. In Bitcoin transactions, you go ahead and you say, I'd like to push this off to you and I'll push this off to you. But nobody has the right to come and enter into your Bitcoin wallet and take money. That's the point in your private keys. And I mean, Satoshi saw this. That's why he changed the mechanism from the pull to the push. I should always be choosing to send you something if I want to give it to you. You should never have the right to take. Nobody has the right to take anything.
Tell Netflix that. And like everything else, it's all like, oh, would you like to just have your bill automated? Oh, we can make this so much easier for you.
Samantha, you're so cynical. All right. Is there anything else at all? Or are we going to go ahead and end this episode?
No, we are good.
All right, you guys. You're my best friends. I hope you guys have a great evening. Remember, one more day to go and we'll be able to enjoy a nice weekend. Don't worry about the price. Know that we have a strong future in Bitcoin. Take care of your animals. Take care of your loved ones. And keep your Bitcoin safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.